Back to the Kristin Omdahl Show. This is episode 1163, and we are live in Southwest Florida at the beach today. After coming to the beach last night, all I could think about was coming back to the beach this morning. And when I woke up this morning, the weather seemed quite mild and no wind, and I thought maybe it'd be a little quieter here this morning. Anyway, lots of seaweed here today, and the waves are still kind of rolling, but it's definitely less windy than last night, so hopefully you'll enjoy it too. I'm working on Marlon's Afghan. I'll wait for people to pop over from pre-chat and notifications, and I'll show you my progress and explain the construction style. Hi Judy and Joe and Sharon. Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Hopefully you're having a good day so far. Did everybody enjoy? Did anybody get a chance to watch the show last night? I did a, not quite sunset, but late afternoon, early evening beach walk episode for the show yesterday, which we got to see quite a bit of wildlife, including Curious George, and turns out it might have been a gopher tortoise, not a sea turtle that we saw yesterday, but still, it's a lot of fun animals we got to see yesterday. Hi Val and Chris and Judy. Thanks Chris, I'm glad you enjoyed the walk. Me too. I haven't decided if I want to go for a walk while I'm here today. If I do, I want to go to the other direction than today. Hi Judy, good morning. Hi Kat. Hi Leona. Sorry if I missed anybody's names. Hi Thea. So if you follow me on Patreon, you know I share some little more behind the scenes and a little more sneak peeks over there than I do publicly anywhere else. And last week, was it last week? I had a poll, offered 2 different types of construction styles for everybody to choose from for this blanket that I'm making for Marlon. And it was funny because the construction style that I thought everybody was going to want by far and away did not do well on the polls. I think it was a 90% vote for one style and a 10% vote for the other style. So needless to say, I went with the construction style that got 90% of the votes. What a landslide, huh? And I've been working on Marlon's Afghan ever since. Now, his birthday's coming up at the end of the month, but also he's finally moving in to a bedroom and a bed for the first time since the hurricane last September in 2 months, and he's been on a couch ever since, displaced ever since, and I wanted to make him a blanket for his bed, and he asked that it wouldn't be too thick, and he asked that it would be in gray tones. So I picked Malaga Color Pack from Hobie Yarns, and I did Color Pack 01 that went from white to black with different shades of gray with 5 colors, and thought it'd be really interesting to do multicolors because this is a multi-construction, a modular construction type of a project. And I'm going to finish this row and then show you what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah, I'm going to finish the row. There's a little more to the row. So in this construction style, we start with a square in the center, meaning we do increase in rounds with 4 corners, and then that corner to corner measurement is what determines the width of the Afghan, which means if you wanted to make this a rectangular shawl, that would also determine your width. Hi Grace, good morning. Which is really interesting because you could do this all in one color. You could do it in multicolors like I've done. You could do it in a self-striping yarn. That would be really cool too. And you can make any rectangle with it, so whether you want to make a blanket or an Afghan like I'm doing, I'm shooting for roughly 60 inches by 80 inches to cover a queen size bed. But you could decide to do it much smaller than that. You could do it 30 inches by 60 inches, or 30 inches, 36 inches by 72 inches, or any of those types of sizes to do a rectangular wrap as well. So the sky's the limit on whatever size you want to make. The size is determined, so the width is determined by that first square in the center from corner to corner, and then from there we do a decrease section on each side of that square to create a square inside a square. And I'll show you when I pick this up in a minute. Hi Barbara and Carrie. And then from there, that makes it a larger square. So to make it a rectangle, then you work even in rows. So there's an increase in rounds, a decrease in rows, and an even in rows section, all within the same stitch pattern. So how cool is that? Talk about a deconstruction of a stitch pattern. And as soon as I finish this row, I'll show you what I have so far. And I think the construction style will make more sense when you see it, especially in the multicolors. Because anytime you do modular construction in multiple colors, it really helps make the construction style more obvious. Yeah, I keep getting caught on the wagon. That's not fun. No one likes their yarn getting caught on something, huh? So just as soon as I finish this row, I'll lift it up and show you what I'm talking about. If you're also on Patreon, you'll see that I shared some sneak peeks yesterday of 2 new patterns coming soon. So one of them is called the Bali, and that's the hexagon motif pullover. And the other one is the Tara, which is the knit sampler vest. Both patterns are completed with charts and written instructions. The photos are done. They're just finishing up in tech editing right now. I do have a tutorial video scheduled to launch scheduled to launch tomorrow for the Bali hexagon motif. And as long as the patterns are released today or tomorrow, that video will be released tomorrow. If the patterns take a little longer, I will bump up the release date of the tutorial video until the pattern is available. So today, tomorrow, the next day, somewhere along those lines, both of those patterns will be available. And I have this pattern written and the charts done. It's just the pattern isn't finished yet. So this one will be a little longer before it comes out. Would you like matching pillowcases to come out with this Afghan? I was thinking about doing the same construction style, but doing a much smaller rectangle to fit pillowcases, because I thought it would also drive home the fact that you can make any size rectangle with this construction style, depending on how many rounds and rows you do. Does that sound interesting or no? Grace said yes. Okay. I think it'll help drive home the construction style, that you could do it in the size of a pillowcase, you can do it the size of an Afghan, or you could do a rectangular wrap, whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, so are you ready to see it? Okay, I'm seeing lots of yeses. Alrighty then. Good. Okay, so what you'll see here is that we started with a square that starts with white, okay? So we did that in 3 colors, and then we started doing the decrease sections along each side of that square to create a diamond square within a square. Can you see that? Hopefully I've gone back far enough. And so now to turn this square into a rectangle, I'm working even in rows on this side, and then when I finish up, I'll come over to this side, and I'll work even in rows over here to make a wider rectangle. So because this is approximately 60-inch square right now, in order to make it 60 by 80, I'll put a 10-inch edge, or a 10-inch panel on each side. So 10 plus 10, 20, then will be roughly 80 by 60, which is the size I wanted. And I'll probably go a little bit bigger at that point, because I would like to have an edging around the whole thing to make it cohesive. I mean, a band. Can't decide if I'm going to do it in all 5 colors or just continue on in black at this point. Do you think it would be too busy to go back to stripes at this point for the border, or do you think it would be better to keep it all in black now? Also, I would like to put an edging on it after that, and I'm really wanting to do a crochet chain fringe, but I'm afraid it's going to make the blanket get too heavy. and then it will not meet the client's expectations. Remember, he didn't want it to be too heavy. So if I put a crochet fringe border on it, it will get heavier. So I'm thinking that doing a simpler edging would be best. Certainly not too frilly, not too lacy, maybe something just like a cluster that can scallop along the edge. But anyway, I think he'd be happier if I kept the rest of this in black now rather than going back into the colors, which means I bought way too much of all the colors. But if I end up doing the pillowcases to match and make them in the same style with the square that then becomes a square, that then becomes a rectangle, I can make it be a miniature of this design for the two pillowcases. Does that make sense? And then I have plenty of yarn to do that. And then I'll do the tutorial videos while making one of the pillowcases to do a reduced size sample. But again, you'll learn the construction style regardless of whether I did a big one or a small one. Hi Donna. Hi to anybody that I missed your names. I've been a little busy this morning. Did anybody have any questions? Were you able to see the whole Afghan? Because when I stood up, I couldn't see the screen anymore. But can you see that it's a square that got turned on its side to become a diamond, to become a different square then because of the decreased sections? Hopefully you can see that. I wish I'd have skipped the white. I'm afraid he's gonna not like the white square in the center, but that's why I think if I can stay with black now and don't go back to the lighter colors, I think he won't think it's too busy after all, but I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. Thanks, Sharon, I'm glad you like it. Thank you. Tomorrow's gonna be the 5-year anniversary of my dad passing. I can't believe he's been gone 5 years. It seems like such a long period of time. I mean, how much has he missed? My goodness. Hard to believe. And I don't think I've told you guys, but Bjorn and I are not at home again. The front door broke on the RV last week, and it's funny, it locked us out. I took Bjorn outside early in the morning one day and didn't bring my phone or my key because we were just going outside, and the door locked itself. It got stuck and locked us out without phone or keys. Very traumatic. Somehow I was able to jiggle it back in place and get inside and use some tools to tighten up the lock and stuff, but it's been sticking ever since. So I called my RV mechanic, and he can't get out for a week. So I was so worried about Bjorn getting locked in there or us getting locked in there at night in an emergency. I don't know, I was just a little too scared about it. So we went over to my mom's house and we're staying there until the mechanic can confirm that the door's safe again. I know, kind of weird, right? And what was even weirder is that the door locked itself and then mysteriously unlocked itself within 30 minutes of me praying and trying. Then the very next morning, I went to a butcher shop to pick up some of the ingredients for a catering job. And when I got there, the butcher shop was late in opening because their door was mysteriously locked broken. And the butcher came out from around back and said, if you want to come in, you'll have to follow me to the back entrance. I'm like, sure, no problem. I order the meat that I needed to get. I'm at the register paying, and he's fooling with the door, and he goes, that's weird. The door is not locked anymore. You can go out the front door. So in less than 24 hours, I experienced a door that locked itself for no reason, that then turned around and unlocked itself for no reason. Anyway, Bjorn's happy at Grandma's house anyways. He has a porch with lots of windows and screens, and he can sit out there and watch people going by. I know he's happy there. And I worked a lot this past weekend, so it was nice for him to have the companionship of Grandma, and I know she's lonely and loves his company too. So there's that. So anyway, I've just been juggling back and forth between her place and my place, and it's always something, you know? It's always something. Yeah, very strange. And it happened twice in 24 hours in 2 different locations, I thought was absolutely bizarre. I agree, Donna. Yep, I do think that they could be good omens, especially since they ended up unlocking. I feel like they were definitely bold signs from somewhere. I don't know where. But yeah, I definitely think it could be taken as a very good omen. I agree. Definitely. But in the meantime, I'm being cautious and don't want to get trapped with Bjorn or without Bjorn. So it seemed like the safer thing to move temporarily. Ah, okay. Yeah, thanks, Donna and Judy. Yeah, you might be right. My grandpa was big into cardinals. I think of my grandpa when I see cardinals too. Hi, Joe. Good morning. So, what do you guys want to go for a walk? I was thinking we'd go in the other direction this morning and see what we find. Would you guys like to go for a walk with me? And put my stuff back in the inside the dolly or the wagon, rather. All right, let's turn the camera around. We have bigger seashells here this morning too. I thought you guys might like to see that. I gotta put my shoes back on too. I do not want to cut my feet on any debris. But don't you think there's some bigger seashells here than there were last night? I think some of these look a lot bigger. Yeah, lots of seaweed today too. And seashells in the seaweed as well. All right, so we went that way last night. So let's go this way today. And try not to get my feet wet, especially in my good shoes. Yeah, I can't believe how many people are here today. Being post-season in May, or off-season in May, I'm amazed at how many people are here at the beach today. The parking lot where I parked, the north lot for Barefoot Beach, the actual Barefoot Beach Preserve is still closed. Ooh. Yeah, the humidity is low. The temperature is moderate. This is definitely a special treat before summer hits. Humidity is unusually low yesterday and today, which makes it a real treat to come down here. Now, the beach we're at today, Barefoot Beach, Bonita Beach, this beach has always been more shelly than Vanderbilt Beach. Vanderbilt Beach has almost no shells, but it is on a different barrier island than this beach is. So based on the tides and probably other variables as well, I don't think that beach ever gets seashells. Certainly not like this one does. Yeah, it's incredibly busy here today. And for a Tuesday, off season, is there a holiday that people could be visiting for? I don't know. So Doc's Beach House is the restaurant here. It has not reopened since the hurricane yet. However, they do have a food truck outside, I guess, where you can still order food from the food truck. And then they have their tables set up like they used to. In time. And the bathrooms aren't open yet, so there's porta potties all over the place too. Oh, here, we're coming up on the sign that'll tell us about the rules at Doc's and maybe information about their food truck. Yeah, so Docks has really strict rules to keep regular beachgoers off their property. They only want people there that are buying food and drinks. So they have real specific rules, and you can see that on these two signs here. And then there's the parasail boat that you can rent here. We did that on Marlon's birthday when he turned 10. That was fun. You can see those photos on my Facebook probably. And then see these cement tables and chairs. We've been sitting there for years getting carry out from inside the restaurant. But it looks like, okay, yeah, they've got a food truck. It looks like it's an old school bus converted into a food truck. Can you see that? So they're serving food up there. And then this is where you can rent wave runners and parasailing, which we've done many times over the years for birthdays and special occasions and people coming down to visit. So if you're familiar with the area, Docks is where Bonita Beach Road, which goes east-west, bottoms out at the beach. Yeah, in fact, all along Fort Myers Beach, some of the restaurants have open food trucks temporarily while they're waiting on their restaurants to be finished getting repaired as well. It is a great option for people that have the funds and the resources. Obviously, it doesn't work for everybody. Some people are completely destroyed. So I don't know how far we'll get here, but we are going to see some spaces where houses have been completely destroyed here. So going this way, if you look straight ahead around that curve, that will take you through to Fort Myers Beach. And then if you follow the curve even further, you can see tiny little dots representing Sanibel Island, which is about, 20 miles from here. But this is the beach road that I would take to get up there. Whoa, don't want to get wet. Yay, I made it. Now, before the hurricane, this entire drive all the way up to Fort Myers Beach would be solid houses and you wouldn't see the water at all. And now, unfortunately, with so many of the smaller homes destroyed, you can see the beach really well on the drive. Here, let's look at some more seashells too. These look pretty tiny though. See, I'll keep looking for some bigger sections of seashells. Maybe we'll find some bigger ones. Whoa, I don't want to get wet. Yeah, Vanderbilt Beach got destroyed too, I know. Marlon lost most of his belongings too in Fort Myers. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry for running, but I came close to getting my feet wet, and I don't want to get my feet wet. That chair looks like it's seen better days. I'm not sure I would be okay sitting in that. Yikes. Thanks, Linda. Thanks. Yeah, I think I am gonna make. Oh, you can see. Oh, okay, now here's a house that hasn't been demolished yet, but clearly is going to need to get demolished. And you can see the ruts from where the water surged through underneath. Wow. Oh, that looks like it's the crab trap that we saw last night. Look how far it came. Remember that last night? It was way further down south along the beach. Wow, look at all the trees and brush over here too. Looks like there might have been another house right here that's gone. Jeez. Oh boy, more crab traps up here. If that's what they are, I could be wrong. If anybody wants to confirm or rebuke what I'm saying, you're welcome to. Like I said, I'm not quite sure what they are. Whoopsie, sorry. I'll tell you what, all that seaweed in the water and the surf, I wouldn't feel comfortable walking in that today anyway. Yuck, I feel like that was monstrous for sure. Okay, here's another example where that house lost its lower level, but the upper levels are better. Hi, Edna. So all three of these lost their lower levels. And then see between this white house and the yellow one, the fact that it's empty there means that house was destroyed. There were never any empty lots along here. Never. And so the closer you get to Fort Myers Beach from here, the more completely empty lots there are now. And in the brush across the street over there, sometimes you still see bathtubs and cars and bikes and different assorted debris, random debris, all up in the brush along that side of the road. They just haven't been able to get to all of it yet. Wow, look at this driftwood. Wouldn't that make for great wall hangings? Not supposed to take it from the beach though, but sure would be great for wall hangings, like macrame and crochet. Okay, the seashells are much finer and chopped up here. You see that? Just really fine. Finely chopped. I think we're going to turn around. I'm going to stub my toe too. All right, so we'll turn around now. The damage on this side is much sadder than what we saw last night. Maybe we won't come this way for a while. I don't know. You guys tell me what you want. Maybe we'll watch the progress once a month or so. You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to take it home. You're really not supposed to take. You're really not supposed to take anything home from the beach. But I've always been told you're not supposed to take. I think it's got bugs in it anyway. Can you see all the little all the little holes? Well, yeah. If the park rangers saw you, you could definitely get in trouble. But if you look closely, there's bugs crawling in and out of all those holes. Like, I don't even know how you'd clean and disinfect it from all the bugs. Because just to even take it from here, you'd have to take it in your car, then get home. I think if you could get it into a bleach bath, that would be good. But what size container are you going to use to soak that in bleach anyway? I know if you take seashells home, especially the spirally ones, you have to bleach them, because even if the animals are removed from them, they will stink to high heaven for a really long time. Yeah, there's bugs, and you saw all those holes, right? Those are holes that I think bugs have burrowed into. Maybe not all the holes, but some of them, like, I literally saw bugs running when I came close with the camera, so yucko. So you would infect your car on the way home. And there's another one. And if you didn't figure out the right way to sterilize it, you'd still have bugs at home too, so yuck. No thanks. Wow, look at all this seaweed. And the birds are digging for lunch. The birds really blend in, but can you see them? You see the little birds running around? It's got to be 20 right here. Breakfast time! Was it breakfast or lunch? I don't even know what time it is anymore. I do love watching animals get their food, though. I mean, you know, Bjorn gets to eat because I'm taking care of him. Wild animals, I worry about them eating. So anytime I see wild animals eat in the wild, I'm so happy. Okay, well, that's cool, Chris. And it might not be illegal right here at a public beach, but I know inside Wiggins Pass and inside the state parks, I know it's forbidden to take anything from the beach there. I have seen people get in trouble. I mean, they're not arrested, but they're told to leave it. And, you know, for the most part, I'm a rule follower. I realize there's people that don't follow the rules. But if it's to protect the wildlife, of course I want to follow the rules. And if it's to keep bugs away from my car or my house, I'm fine with that too. Yeah, in fact, I don't think I would ever walk on this beach barefoot. I forgot, this is the Shelley Beach. This is not fun walking barefoot anyway. Just back in the day, I would have done it in flip-flops, not heavy-duty soled shoes. But I'm glad I'm being super cautious for the debris. That's true too. Sorry for your loss, Thea. Here's a pretty shell. That's the kind that can be really stinky if you take them home, especially if they're more intact than that. Even if the animal's no longer in there, they can still be super stinky. Like, really bad. Yeah. Yeah, all the rules. Well, this isn't Barefoot Beach. We're on Bonita Beach now. I can't actually go to Barefoot Beach because it's still closed as well. Remember, Barefoot Beach is the one that goes all the way to Wiggins Pass Inlet, and across the inlet is where Wiggins Pass Beach is. Remember how we've looked at both beaches from the inlet many times? Motif Magic was photographed at that tip of Barefoot Beach, and we've walked to the inlet at Wiggins Pass many times and looked across the inlet to Barefoot Beach. Well, both of those beaches are state parks, and they're both severely damaged, and neither one has reopened yet. But we're in front of Bonita Beach right now. And if we kept going further north, the next beach is Little Hickory Beach, which I'm sure I've taken you to before. It's just been a long time. And then after that comes Lover's Key, and I don't know if that one's reopened yet either. Florida is going... Yeah, well, they've got time to reopen before the next season. Yeah, if I misspoke, I meant I was sorry for Chris's loss, that's all. Sounds like I must have made a mistake. Sorry. Oh, Donna, you live close to Wiggins Pass too. Nice. I miss that beach so much. I cannot wait to go back. But I did like how close I was able to park to come to Bonita Beach yesterday and today. I feel like it was less hassle than parking in the parking garage at Vanderbilt. And they're both about equal distance. They both take me about 20 minutes to get to, so it's not like I'm saving much time. Do you guys want to go see the food truck and see what they sell? I don't have any cash on me to buy anything, but you want to go up there and at least see the menu? Are you curious to see the setup? I'll take you over there if you want. If you don't want, that's fine too, but... Well, it's a longer walk from the parking garage too, so it just takes me more time, that's all. But I do like the sandy beach instead of the shelly beach. Okay, I saw some yeses, so we'll walk up to the food truck and check it out. Hopefully they don't mind. I guess I figure it's advertising. If I'm letting other people know that they exist, it could bring them more business. Yeah, Joe, me too. I only wish I had money to give them to buy something. I guess I could go there after the show. All right, let's see if there's anything worth coming back for then. All right. Yeah. I'm always curious about food too. And then if any of you are local or know people that are local, you can pass the word that we have another small business reopened. Okay. All right, we'll walk up and read the menu. Okay, there's merchandise here. You can buy, so it's probably Doc's Beach House clothing. Oh yeah. So you can see Doc's Beach House, established 1987 on the hats, the t-shirts. Oh, these are those bracelets that I bought Marlon and my mom for Christmas a couple years ago. They have a tracking device. This one tracks a sea turtle. This tracks a polar bear. That one an elephant. I bought them the kind that tracks sharks, where they were able to adopt a shark through it. It's very cool. So there's the prices for the merchandise. Let's go check out the food truck. So, got some alcohol. see. Doc's Food Truck, Chicago dog, tuna salad, turkey and cheddar, Italian beef, cheeseburger, double cheeseburger, chicken finger basket, fish sandwich, fried clam basket. Why don't I ask what their hours are for you too? Excuse me. Excuse me. Hi, what are your hours?
11 to 7:30.
Awesome, thank you so much. Okay, and here's their drink menu.
I have drinks right now if you need something.
Oh, I'm good, thank you. I forgot my wallet, but I'm letting other people know that you're here. You're welcome. Okay. The Italian beef with giardiniera pickled veggies sounded yummy. Their prices were not bad for beach. And then you can sit over here. This is where we used to always sit anyway. I love these cement tables. And there's where the guys are renting the other toys. Hi, Tammy. So that was good stuff on the menu. Plenty of choices if you were hungry and didn't want to pack a cooler or a picnic basket. And she seemed friendly too. Look at how busy it is here on a Tuesday morning in May. I am. Oh, it could be because other beaches are closed as well. I don't know. I'm just really surprised. I can't think of any holidays. Oops. All right, now to find my stuff. I don't see my stuff yet, do you? Nope, I think I'm further down anyway. Oh yeah, I'm further down than this building. We'll get there. Well, I'm guessing I'm getting a 30-minute walk in this morning. Not quite as long as yesterday, but certainly a longer walk than I did any other day this year, right? So we'll call that a decent day too. If you didn't join me for the sunset show last night, I'm trying to prioritize exercising back into my life. It's so easy to make excuses, and I'm trying not to make any excuses and just trying to prioritize time for a walk every day. I think it'll be good for my stress, my anxiety, probably my overthinking too. Thank you, Jai. Yep, my patterns are $3.99, professionally written with gorgeous charts, written instructions. And when you purchase them on my website, when you're logged into your account, you have your own library where you can access your patterns 24 hours a day, unlimited downloads on your devices, and you can print as many times as you like to. Lots of perks to buying my patterns. And there are discounts at times too. I don't recall if there's bulk discounts at the moment, but if there aren't, there will be soon. Can't remember if they're up right now or not, but I do want to do some bundles again. So, woo! A stick went under my toes and I thought it was a snake. Here we go. Here's our stuff. We made it. Yeah, I think I started walking at 15 minutes, so that means at this point, 45 minutes, I got a 30-minute walk in. And got to show you my update on my blanket. So yay! Hopefully Marlon likes it. Love sharing the feedback with you. Anyway, I will probably have new patterns released for you later today. There will be a new tutorial video tomorrow, which will live premiere at 10 a.m. and that's for the hexagon motif for the Bali crochet pullover pattern, which should be released later today. I will certainly write a post here and let you know when that is. And if you want to join me tomorrow morning for the live premiere at 10 a.m., I will be in the chat as well. Hope you enjoyed seeing my update on my blanket today. I hope you enjoyed going for a walk with me at the beach. Hope you enjoyed the beach in general. Anyway, let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow.